Okay, would help if I actually had my mic unmuted. Welcome to Straight Light Gaming. I am your host. My name is Count Zero. We are playing Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. And this is a story-based walking simulator. A little dark, a little funny, very interesting. Thoroughly enjoying it. So let's get on into it. Enter some Boise, Idaho right now. So we're going to explore and find ourselves another story here. Oh, I need some health. Okay, so let's go to the store first and buy an enormous burger. Okay, well, I mean, I gotta have an enormous burger. Fantastic. Oh, that's my favorite store item I've seen so far. Enormous burger. I love it. Okay, so let's explore and find ourselves a story.
People throng the fair, filling the air with laughter and chit-chat. Kids thread and weave through the stalls, laughing, and knots of farmers stand discussing the various animals on show. The cow is resplendent. It seems to glow in the sunshine, a winner's ribbon pinned on its bridle. The women smile when they see you looking. The one holding the bridle waves you over. Ain't she a beaut? First in her category. The woman sat milking chimes in. She deserves it, wouldn't you say? She doesn't wait for an answer. Want to try some? You walk over as she dips a cup in the milking bucket. As you get closer, you see the patches on the cow's skin. Thick, irregular clumps of scales. The woman holds out the froth-laden cup. She shrugs. Suit yourself. They'll be charging top dollar for her soon. The women exchange a look. The other cuts her off. You're a stranger. She collects the stool, takes the cow by its bridle. You ought to be going.
Okay. I tell you, a little creepy, a little dark. Scaly cow. Alright. Can't wait to hear how that one grows in the telling. Let's see if we can earn a little money. You know what? I'm going to be lazy and panhandle. Sit outside a grocery store with your hat out till a young man in an apron quietly asks you to leave. My mom says she's going to come out and kick your ass, he whispers. Oh, well, yeah. Let her try. Okay. Please, the kid whispers. He digs around in his pockets and comes up with a couple coins. He throws them down in your hat and again begs you to go. Please, she's not joking. Well, you did give me some money, right? I guess I should go. I feel like being a jerk today. Kid hurries back inside. You lounge outside and watch folks go by. A few more coins land in your hat. The sun's warm. People are friendly. This is almost relaxing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Doze off. You wake very suddenly when that ass-kicking mom flings you over the nearest hedge. Get out! She bellows. Your hat and coins follow, scattering in the grass. The towering, blood-smeared butcher who threw them stomps back into the store. Alright. I'll take it. That was funny. I got my money. I'm good with that. Oh, and it didn't even take any health off for the ass kicking? Oh, wow, perfect. Alright, time to leave Boise. Okay, we're not gonna hop a train. I'm gonna get beat up on the train. Let's see how this story has grown. So this little icon means this is a story that I've told, and it will have changed and been embellished upon at this point. This man can barely wait to get through the pleasantries before asking if you heard this story. 110% true. He says, I heard it from my nephew and it happened to someone he knows well. The man launches into his telling. It's polished. He's obviously done this many times before. He tells the story of a strange color from outer space. You recognize the bones of it from your experience of the cloud tinged with a color no human had seen before. It's been embellished in the interim, though. Afterwards, you thank the man and move onwards. You'll have to remember that version, even if it's not quite what happened. It's a good story. Okay. Fantastic. A strange color from outer space. I forgot which. Oh, okay. So let's see here. Let's see where we go. We have taken quite the circuitous route across this country. Look at that. Wow, I've walked across the whole country already. What? I didn't realize I had played this game this much. What? Okay. As you can see, I followed no real pattern. I guess I probably should have. From here, actually, let's go up to Montana. I want to at least hit every state. So we're going to go over to Montana and then go south. I guess I'll have to go try and hit up some Nevada, Utah. Okay. But in the meantime, unseen story. Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh, alright, I like that. That helps a lot. So we'll go... Actually, in that case, let's just go on up back to Washington. Since there's a story there I have not seen. Maybe I can get a ride up 30. Ride the Washington. Oh, really? Come on. Sir. surprised actually you can't get stories in the cars. That'd be really interesting. Right. This tale. It's break time at this half-finished bridge. The workers are gathered around the young man who sits on a bucket like a king. They listen raptly to his story about the White Rider bearing the souls of the dead. You realize it's the story of the White Rider in the desert, but heavily embellished. The young man on the bucket tells it masterfully, doing all the voices, as if he told it this way 1,000 times before. It's nothing close to what actually happened, but this version is pretty good. You'll have an easy time remembering it. Okay, let's go find this little tale. Oops. Was that it right behind there on the side of this little mountain? It is.
The bull lounges by this construction site, basking in the bitter sun. Upon his head is a silver crown shrouded in tongues of pale fire. Laborers periodically wander past, seemingly unconcerned. The bull catches your eye. You realize you've been staring.
Well, of course I have to greet the bull.
The bull arches his head languidly away from you. "I'm waiting for my friend," he informs you airily. Now all the laborers are stopping and staring. Feeling reproved, you mosey along.
Okay. Was that the story? Yeah, that was the story. Let's see what's happening over here in this little cottage. Horse auction. Okay, well-dressed man waves you over. Making some big deals today, he brags, fingering a bill where you can see. Get me when number 60 goes up, okay? You stand in the crowd and wait, then run back and fetch him. Pays you absurdly well for doing almost nothing at all. Okay. Cash money. Pocket. Okay, so now we're gonna have some kind of rhythm. Let's go on back to Oregon. Oh, get tired. Find a place to nap. It's a long way to the border. What's that? Is that a campfire I see? I see a campfire in Spokane. Okay, let's speed this little walk up a little bit, shall we? Oh, I'm so busy whistling, I almost missed this. Listen to this, blurts a boy loitering outside this grocery store. He works his way through a long and strange story about the ghost who murdered the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra. There, he finishes. What do you think? Holy shit, you know this story. It's the story of the mischievous ghost of Cincinnati Music Hall, but wildly altered. For a couple of moments, you're too surprised to respond. Seriously, the boy insists. What do you think about that one? story, kid. He smiles sheepishly. Thanks, he says. I heard it from my brother. Well, I'm not happy about that, because that was one of the few funny stories that I had, and now it looks like it's a murder story. Where is the symphony orchestra? We're going to Idaho. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and get this campfire up. Head south over into wherever I said this was. Oregon. Right. Who was this? Rose? Yep.
Well, look at you. Lucky we keep crossing paths, right? I never finished telling you about what happened in the hate when I got there. When I missed the summer of love. I don't know. Not a happy story. But I guess it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things. I just felt like I'd missed the most important thing in the world. Still do. So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
Ghost stories I have. Ghost stories. Strange man hiding in the rain. That's not a ghost story. Dead man. That's not a story. That's not a ghost story. That's not scary. Strange bus. Let's try the strange bus.
What, you think that's cool? Sounds more like you made it up.
Okay, she's not like that story.
Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, right? We had nothing left to lose, I thought. Altamont killed hate and scattered us all to the winds, and I thought the worst had happened. You know, I'd love to hear a really good, scary story.
Oh, are you gonna give me a second chance on the scary story? Okay. Story of the Leatherman? Okay. Ghost story, scary story, right? Right?
Sounds like we're on different grooves with that joke
Oh,
stuff.
Come on. That was a joke story?
Talking about faith. Yeah, it was supposed to be a place of trust. It used to be, they tell me, you'd show up and there was a place where they'd find you a couch to crash on. Just strangers helping strangers, so much faith in each other and the things they believed. A few years later, none of that was left. So anyway, got any good ghost stories? Anything scary or weird?
Okay. Ghost story number 3. Let's try this one.
Come on, don't be a drag. That's not true.
Come on, Rose, really?
Traps didn't catch me. I dodged the snare of the hard drugs, thank God. Found someone who gave me grass and acid before I found the ones pushing the pills and the... Otherwise, maybe I'd still be there, huddled in a doorway. But anyway, know any good sad ones? Keep it real, though. Something sad and real.
Sad and real, like this whole interaction right now. Poison buckets. Cornfield boys. You know what? Sad. Mason's also sad. We'll get an eye for this
Oh,
one. There
wow.
we go.
Do you know what happened next? They deserve a little love after that. Everything changes, of course. That's what life is. But couldn't it have held out for just a bit longer?
One more chance.
Couldn't they just let me see that beautiful, colorful riot where we showed the world what it could be? You know, I'd love to hear a really good, scary story.
Really good, scary story. maelstrom. I mean, if that's not scary, I don't know what is.
Huh. Sounds like some kind of dumb movie.
Oh my God, Rose.
My home. Hate wasn't home. But home wasn't home either, you dig? I started to think that maybe just the people were my home. That it didn't matter where I was as long as I had the tribe around me. I hope that was an interesting story. I don't have a lot of people ask me about what the hate was like. Maybe they feel like they know from the news, but they don't. I bet you have a lot of stories like that. So you're gonna have to tell them to me next time, okay? Where you heading next? I'm catching a ride this way. Look for me, all right?
Alrighty. Alright, now we're going right. We're going south. Gone. That is why. See what we have here.
C.P. Pennebaker. The dandy approaches seconds after you enter the saloon and extends his hand. Syndicated in 16 papers. Trying to find out what life is honestly like for folks like you out here. Trade you a drink for your story? C.P. Pennebaker takes down your tale in a frenzy. This is precisely what folks want to hear, he cries. He pumps your hand vigorously on his way out the door, leaving you with the bill.
Oh, that wasn't very nice of him, was it? Not nice at all. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Okay. Let's go ahead and back to the west. Put that one over there. Guess I'm gonna have to head up and hit that fire. Who's up there? Oh, this guy. Okay. We'll go visit him in a second.
You didn't think the musician would even notice you. He seemed off in his own little world, idly strumming and muttering along in tune. He stops and calls out to you from his perch on the sidewalk. "What's your name?" He winks. "Now watch this." He sings "Baby, Won't You Please Come Home," but with your name in the lyrics. "Now," he says, "if you found that meant something to you, and you want to show some of that appreciation, I sure would be obliged." "I'm mighty obliged. I can see you got the flower prints in your heart." You're about to ask what he means, but his confidential nod suggests that's the end of the conversation. You leave, feeling a little poorer in a lot of ways.
Okay. Our players relieved. All right. Car crammed with well-dressed vacationers pulls up at the gas pump. "Fill me up, will you?" Driver drawls a thickly transatlantic accent. You oblige. He tips pretty well and roars off down the road. Finally, the bags bouncing and rattling on the roof. There you go. See that? Tip the last guy. Right here, I make some money. That's how it works. Here's a retold story right here. See what this one's all about. Alright. I'm sorry, but I have to stop reading every one of these right now. I've been sick this week, and it's starting to get to my voice, to my throat. So that's the third time that one's come around. Interesting. Alright. So is it this guy? I forget his name.
I was still a kid when Dame started turning my head. Long gams, gleam in her eye, all dolled up, and I was done. I didn't know how to talk to a dame. I was a boy, play acting as a man. But when I indulged in a little liquid courage, I was off to the races. Anyhow, you got any stories that end looking up? I miss those hopeful ones.
Oh, those are few and far between these days, my friend. Looking up. Fairies who helped rid women of the evil in their lives. Oh, okay, that might work.
Well, that one sure makes me smile.
Good. I'm glad for that, August.
Don't know how me and Louisa came together. We couldn't have known where we'd end up. Guess we had faith. Her and me her. Anyway, I miss the stories that make your ribs ache laughing. You got any of those?
Oh, good luck, Sir August. What? Oh, no.
Suppose I need a good laugh now and again.
That's a funny story, still? That started out as a funny story, but okay, I guess that'll be a funny story.
Traps? It weren't a trap. Yeah, I started calling Louisa the old ball and chain. But some chains just ain't strong enough, no matter how much you need them to be. But you know, the books I miss the most is the hopeful ones. Got any of those?
Hopeful stories. Hopeful, hopeful, hopeful. Hopeful story. Try the fisherman's story.
Leaves a warm feeling in your chest, huh? Me? I never wanted to settle down, get married, think about the future, till I got stuck on Louisa. Then I couldn't help it. The future played on my mind like Louisa played with my heart. But you know, the books I miss the most is the hopeful ones.
Another hopeful one.
Got any of those?
You're killing me, August. You're killing me. This one. Let's hope that they-
Well, that one sure makes me smile.
Okay. Perfect.
Family like that was new to me. Never wanted to be a daddy on account of my own. But when Louisa got in the family way, I ain't never been so excited.
The family way.
Anyhow, you got any stories that end looking up? I miss those hopeful ones.
This isn't really hopeful. We'll try it.
Sounds like one of the bad soppy ones I used to read.
Not a winner, huh, August?
Sadness? Yeah, remembering it all makes me sad. All the time me and Louisa wasted fighting, you'd think that'd hurt the most. But remembering her smile, her laugh, that's what tears me up inside. Well, here's the sun. Gotta get going soon. All this talk makes me think about my girl. Before our daughter, I never knew what it was like to have a life depend on mine. But once I held my baby girl in my arms, I finally learned my daddy's lesson. What about you? What lessons do you learn as your life goes twisting along?
I don't have a lot of funny stories. Okay. Okay, we're still trying to piece together Oregon. Which means I need to go south. And here a story grows in the telling. Tell me a wild story.
I say, you there!
shouts the boy, sitting on the broken stairs of a sand-swept shack. His imperial affect seems at odds with his shabby clothes and sallow skin.
I shall pay you this enormous, beautiful, shining coin if you would only dance for me.
I want to dance for this poor boy. He clearly is used to having things his way. Alright, we'll dance. I'll take the coin. I'm not going to grab it. I'm not going to steal from a little kid.
You attempt a solo foxtrot. From the get-go, the boy is clearly unenthused. After 2 repetitions, he throws a rock at you to make you stop.
I didn't like that,
He informs you.
but I always honor my debts.
He hands you the coin, just as his mother calls him in for supper.
Imperious child asking for people to dance for money. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take a little break for a bit. I may take a nap. Just kind of exhausted. Well, I'd like to thank you for stopping by. Stray Light Gaming. I have been your host, Count Zero. This has been Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. And there will be more. So come on back.